Good afternoon. Monday the 4th. May the 4th be with us. And it's the noonday movement snack. Our second 10 minutes of the day. This is the preamble, the pre-broadcast broadcast, where I wait and see who will be joining us. If you're watching this on catch up on YouTube or later or on the Facebook group, you have the luxury of getting rid of this preamble. If you don't want it, you just scroll on by. If you see us on your screen preambling along and you just want to scroll on by, that's fine by us. But for now, I need to say hello to the movement snack arrivals who just can't get enough of these movement snacks, can you? Bob, Dawn, Andy, Maddie. You just keep on coming back. Jane, there you are again. Come on in. It's Star Wars Day, yes, brackets, whatever that means. Isn't it funny? I only know May the 4th be with you and Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Do I look like Princess Leia? Or Darth Vader? I feel like Darth Vader in this light. I'm opposite the window, so I've got like a lightsaber shining in my face. I think I'm doing quite well on Star Wars references, considering I've never seen the film. Confession, I've never seen it. Anyone else? Here we go, there's a good report. Have you seen Star Wars, yes or no? Just give me a yes or a no. I'd like to know I'm not the only one. Hello, two Christines, one from Penzance and one from Wales. Thank you, the Chapel Elliott Day Collective. May the 4th be with you. Join in the lunchtime snacks. George, you mentioned something about the Death Star. Are you okay? What is that? Dawn says, I look more like Chewbacca than Princess Leia. If it's from pictures, Chewbacca is a big hairy monster. Is that right? Do you really mean I look like him? I think you must be mistaken, Dawn. No, thank you, everyone. Jane hasn't seen Star Wars. Neither has Christine. Neither is Carol. Neither is Maddie. I am in good company. I'm assuming that if you've seen Star Wars, you've also seen Star Trek. Never seen that also. Aren't they just the same with a different plot? Same characters, maybe. George is offering to send us a box set. Maddie, Carol and Christine. Should we decline his offer and say, well, thanks very much for the offer? Oh, hang on a minute. I don't know what the time is. Minute to go, I think. Chewbacca, not Chewbacca. Rebecca. Wordplay. My head's gone off on a spin. Hello, Sue. Sue, have they found out who that T-Rex is running around Leeds yet? Thank you for that video. Made me smile a lot. Hello, Cambridge. Hello, Carol. We're very close to a 3, 2, 1. Just poking myself in the eye to shut myself up. Okay, before I do the 3, 2, 1, I have a confession. The trajectory of my day has gone slightly haywire. So this morning, after this morning's movement snack, I said to you to bring a tea towel and a cushion. And I had every intention of crowbarring those two items into the movement snack. However, during another call this morning, I had to get the menus ready whilst doing something else and completely forgot that that was the trajectory I'm on. So I'm really sorry, but the tea towel and the cushion are not going to feature in this movement snack. I got sidetracked. Yeah. Anyway, Bolton's in, Carol's in, Margaret's ready to move. Carol's never seen Star Trek either. I'm sure they're the same films, but they probably just changed some of the costumes. Right, 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, my name is Bex Townley. Thanks for joining us at the start of week 7 of Make Movement Your Mission, and this is movement snack number 2 today. It's our second 10 minutes in the movement bag benefits montage, and in these noonday movement snacks we focus a little bit more on functional strength, i.e. the types of activities that require a little bit more strength, a little bit more balance throughout all our activities of daily living. So let us get started. I hope you don't keep talking about Star Wars when I go over there. When I take my glasses off, we move is the deal. You ready? Pick your position, as always, in stand or in sit. So if you're in a seated position, the first thing to do is to hip walk forwards, lift and shift the hips, come forward, come forward, come forward, lengthen and sit tall, feet are anchored, buttocks are anchored. In stand, feet are anchored, lengthen through the posture, and let's start the circulation boost. So we start every movement snack with a minute of circulation boosting. And this happens when we move the legs, the big muscles of the legs rhythmically, combine that with the arms as well, using external support as you need. And in seated, the same principles apply. Legs first or arms first. 2 arms, often linking fingertips together might help with coordination when we bring those together. Either all body parts, as many as you can bring to the party as appropriate for you. Once we're in this movement, once we're taking this kind of action of walking on the spot, double check you're as upright as you can be. Loads of activity in the centre. This trunk, our trunk, majorly is our support system really. Our spine runs through it, and every activity we do requires support and stability and movement from this area. Now a little bit more focus. So you might want to slow this down to focus on ankles, feet and toes. And we're going to be using ankles, feet and toes as part of our strength activity. So this is why we're spending so much time on optimizing this circulation boosting movement, because we need ankles, feet and toes if we're in standing postures. A little bit more, I had a coordination pause then, did you see? Tuck the elbows in. These are small but rhythmical, and the arm arches from the shoulder, and I'm driving back through the elbows, up tall, purposeful arm arches. Not just wavering around by our sides. I won't show you how not to do it. Take a pause. So that circulation booster should leave you feeling with the need to take a couple of deep breaths. We've boosted the circulation. You'll have a little raise in your heart rate. This is usual. We shouldn't be exhausted and we shouldn't be breathless. Manage this circulation boost to work with ranges of motion, the size of the movements that are best for you. I've got 2 trios for you today, because I think you like the trios. I'm learning that you like the trios. So we've got 3 trios, or 2 trios. Remember, you take what you want from these movement snacks, work on the ones that you think you could improve on, crowbar the ones in that you see opportunities in your day. So I just give you the trio, and then hopefully you can work with it, use it throughout the rest of the day. Here's the first movement of the first trio. Side taps. Have a look. Take up support. And we take a diagonal. When I say diagonal, if you imagine you're in the centre of a clock face, and the time that you're telling with your toes is about 10 to 2. And that's the key words there, with your toes. So I'm not transferring weight. So I'm working my supporting part here, and the moving part is all about, can you see, reaching out, trying to get the toe to tap. The support system is here and here. And can you see I'm just reaching away on an angle. Keep going with a few more of those. Seated option is exactly the same. Lower limb option, at least in seated, is the same. Stay fairly close. I would say in seated it's more like 5 to 1 as the angle. If lower limb isn't an option, we're going to take the lift and we're going to use the diagonal side taps as a functional reach. Under shoulder height or a little bit above. If you would like to, you can take 2 here, so you've got a little bit of turn coming in the trunk, all anchored and powered by your buttocks and the stability of the trunk here. Okay, that's side taps or side reaches. That's the first movement of the first trio. Take a pause. Here's the second movement, directional stepping. We've done this before, and this utilises all of the mobility, all of the ankles, feet and toes that we've been working with during the mobility, and all of our standing options and some of our seated variations. Have a look. We're going to take it side on. My support system is closest to the stable fixed furniture. Sorry, what am I doing? So I'm stepping to the front. When I step to the front, my heel goes down first. I'm stepping to the side. When I do that, my toe goes down first. And I'm going to step behind. And again, my toe goes down first with control. And you'll feel here, you can feel this is essentially our calf stretch position. So keep that backward step fairly small. Then we need to turn, do the same, so we capture both legs. If you're steady and confident without external support, you can take that around those key positions without support, or we can hold on here and you can take it inside and rear. Use support here. I don't want the primary aim to challenge your balance. I want you to get the range of motion, the bigger steps, and finding how we use feet and ankles with that. So continue with some of those and find your feet on that directional stepping. Chair options are the same in terms of the footfall here, but we just take 4 positions. Heel strike here, toe strike here. If lower limb isn't an option, we're going to stick to hands on here. So we've got a little bit of load through shoulders, still unlifted, and we're going to take a supported hip shift. So it's a little shift across and you're picking up one buttock and then the other. So we've got a little bit of kind of collective working with shoulders, with arms, with trunk, and with buttocks. That's your seated variation on that. Take a pause. Here's the third movement of the first trio, and this is the same whether we're in stand or sit. And we're just trying to get a little bit of functional reach and shoulder movement. So you could take this one with your buttocks, your hips on a wall, so that there's no concerns for balance, or a fixed support here, upright, balanced in a strong support system coming through the legs. And we can start here. Can you see? And this is really specific, and this angle at the wrist as well as it is significant, because it's almost as if you're pressing the palms of your hand forwards and down. So we're generating a little bit more resistance. We're not just kind of going out like this. Brackets, sorry to show you what not to do, but sometimes it helps. Can you see how strong this is? And I'm pushing down and away, and I'll be pushing down from my shoulders as well. And it's the same in sit. If you want to, if your shoulders are comfortable and it feels like the right thing to do for you, you can creep that up, look, on some slightly different angles. Take the balance concern away, rest the hips on, we can still perform this. And in fact, with your hips on the wall, gives you a really good marker on how upright your posture is, because you'll probably feel your shoulder blades against the wall also in that position. All right, draw a line. First trio done. Side taps, directional stepping and arm reaches. That's the first trio. If you like the feel of those and you feel you can get some benefit, or there's some neglected movements that you might not be really fulfilling in your daily activities, take that trio, crowbar it in your day. But not one trio, folks, 2 trios. We aim to please here at LLT, so we've got a second trio for you. See if you like this one any better. Okay, heel raises and heel raise drops. We have done these before, I think. Have a look. Now I asked you this morning after the morning movement snack to crowbar some heel raises in. Just going to add a slight variation on that. A sprinkling of something else. Take up support. Don't want to challenge your balance greatly, but if you feel confident, you for sure can do them without. It's a power up and a slowly lower down. And we've talked about power today. We've crowbarred that in from the Star Wars reference. Ankles, feet and toes is a key body part where power is required. And when we talk about directional stepping, here we're controlling that and we're kind of grading that. But in life, the reactions, if we feel that we have a trip, these reactions need to be automatic. So we need to know that the movement, the strength and the power is there. So on these heel raises, once you've done a few on the raise and lower, try a couple of power ups, lower down, but on the last little bit, you can drop it. Power up, give it some oomph. This is what we need if we walk at pace or speed, or we may need to power up some stairs a little bit quick. In addition to reactions from trips, power up, start to lower it down, and then at about halfway, allow it just to land a little bit heavier. Power up, slow, and then drop it. Same in seated. If you're in a position whereby you're progressing movement out of the chair, and you may have chosen seated options, but you're working towards standing options, this is the one to do. Heel raises, squeeze, and have a little drop towards the end, or you can just take little quicker movements. If progressing to stand isn't on your radar, we're going to go with focus, as always, on the key part of trunk control and kind of supporting position. So we're going to go for buttock squeezes, take the pelvic floor with that as well. So it's a shift and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze and release. Really getting the big supportive muscles here working. Take a pause. Second movement of the second trio. Looking at the time. Toe raises, have a look. I'll crowbar these in. We've done these before. Loads of options on toe raises. It's the upright position and the toes up and down. Same in seated, but slide your feet forward a bit. But I wanted to add something to these toe raises. Again, we can add a little drop towards the end of that. Take up support for balance here. What I wanted to do here was to bring the toe raises in together. Something we've been doing in our stretch snack at 4 p.m. But have a look at this. Taking up support. A really deliberate toe raise there and a calf stretch. It's the same position. Heel strike, heel comes up behind, and then we come back again. Toe comes up here. Now, because of the angle of this angle of the leg and the hips might allow a little bit more movement at the toes, because of the angle. Trust me, just because of the angle of the leg. So you've got a little bit of sway here as well, so I'm using support. Here's the heel up, here's the toe up. Plus we've got this weight, this sway. Don't forget to change sides. Heel up, toe up. Heel up, toe up. In seated option, if progressing to stand is on your radar, try alternating. One toe, one heel. One toe, one heel. If progressing to stand isn't on your radar, I'm going to suggest lift upright and a directional turn, also here, or a complete different alternative for sit into the tea towel that I've crowbarred into the upper back strength, just to help with seated postures and seated strength and functional reach. Pull apart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Of course, if you like that one, you can all have it. Last one, I can't leave it until it's done, and I've overstayed my time. Just switch me off if you've had enough, it's okay. We've been doing knee bends, we've been doing these, but we don't only move with our feet in parallel positions. So let's progress that knee bend. So we take the side tap with it, look. There's the knee bend and there's the push back. There's the knee there. So I'm using that side tap that we did just now, there, toe down first, into the knee bend and the push back. And I can add a little bit of power into that as well, being as though it's Star Wars Day. So I can start to inject a little bit of oomph into that to bring me back up to stand. And seated options, because we're looking at outer thigh, that could either be the outer thigh strength that we talked about, squeezing into the tea towel like so, or complete change, the other focus on our arm dips. Oh dear, got so carried away. 2 trios. Which one did you like? Pick and mix. I've put them on the menu. They are really about functional strength activities. We start to use the body weight just to help get the muscles and the bones to respond to that and come back even stronger. May the 4th be with you, everyone. Back here at 4 p.m. Keep on moving.